Well, I'm back on the floor for this one, but this one's a big one, so I hope you'll understand. I don't think this one is going to fit on the table. Well, it's the last of the sets currently available. It's also the biggest one. So let's get right into it. And off the top, I really like this picture of the box, and I love the open window design that so you can see the engine inside. Here is the back of the box. You can pause to read that, and I'll go down here so you can read these. First descriptor of Cranky down there. Now here's the whole set. This one probably won't take me too long to review, honestly, because the main piece is just that right there. The rest is just track, and then this really nice sign here. Here is the set name in 1,000 different languages. Where is the barcode? Actually, well, we'll go over the part count, or the parts list. Of course, on the other side, this ever-present render, which is on every single one of the box, and I really wish they would change or make another one, because you get really sick and tired and bored of looking at this one. Alright, here is the bottom of the box. Here is the barcode for that, for anyone who needs it. This one does look like a sticker, so I don't know if that'll send you to the Amazon page or not. Oh, well, there's the barcode on the front, actually. Here you go. Of course, it's using the CGI Thomas instead of the previous reboot one or the new one. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. This is going to be fun to do with one hand, I'm sure. Does this... This doesn't have the easy... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it does. Okay. Because I was looking at it, and I saw the perforation on the box, and I'm like, where do you start with it? Oh, and it rips in half, of course. Alright. Okay, here we are. The thick, full-color instructions. There's the sticker sheet. There it is. How much... Oh, joy, how much of a disaster is this going to be? Oh, that's not that bad. There's a few of them, but the only ones that really look like they're going to be a pain are these three. Or unless this is one full sticker, too. Nope, that's a bunch of individual ones, I think. Or wait. No, that is all one sticker. Okay, yeah, this won't be bad at all, then. They're all pretty big, so I don't think that's going to be too much of a hassle. And I thought this set was going to be a lot bigger than it actually is, because the Amazon box it came in was huge, and then inside that was like a retailer shipping box for this. So it was two giant boxes before... Oh wow, yeah, this is... I mean, it's sizable, but I don't think this is really much bigger than the original, like, Tomy Cranky platform thing. Of course, here is... Oh no! This looks like the accessories and the detail pieces. I don't know what that orange thing sticking out there is. Oh, that's the, I think, tomatoes. I think it's tomatoes and cucumbers in this set. Here is shipping containers. Now, I've heard some very 50-50 things on this set. I've heard a lot of people either can't get Thomas to work or can't get Cranky to work. And here's the magic piece that does all the whole gimmick there, and it does have an easy open tab for you to get the cargo out. Track. This set comes with a ton of track, which is always good. Our risers, the special sign, risers, curves. Here's Cranky's arm. Oh, he might be a decently sized piece then. Well, I really like these. I love how the brick pattern goes all the way through. I don't know if this is a retool of something or not. Here is the market building pieces. I'm not seeing the track adapter. Oh, there it is right there, I think. Ooh, I like this. This is actually really nice. Wow. This will be pretty nice looking once it's all put together, I'm sure. And more track. And of course, track adapter. I'm going to say it every video. You got to include 2, just the 1. But if you've bought all the sets so far, I mean, you should have 4. That's including the Percy set. Does this have... This has an easy open as well. Okay, that's pretty awesome, actually. First, you gotta do these. Yeah, you can tell this is a Cars design team thing, because I don't remember ever seeing a Thomas product that has those in there, because this is usually how they keep the Disney cars, like the die-cast haulers. This is how they keep those in the box, usually. Make a little trash pile off to the side. Or I'll demolish the box, that works too. Here's the real treat here. My first one of the new motorized tank engines. You know, he doesn't feel half bad in person. He looks way more saturated on camera for whatever reason, but in person he's got a bit of a muted color scheme. There is the face, which looks exactly the same as the die-cast one. Here is the bottom. Weird middle wheel. I think they should have just made an actual wheel set, not this plastic insert. Button feels fine. I don't see any flaws off the bat with them. I mean, the sticker's put on right. The face looks good. All along, everything is here and accounted for, at least as far as I can tell. We'll compare him with an older Thomas and then the die-cast one. Oh man, this is super hard to do with one hand. Give me a second here. Alright, so that was a hassle. Here is the truck. With its gimmick here, tips to undo the car. I wish it was not the same color as Thomas. Like, I like the red wheels. I like the size. The feel of it's okay. It's not the highest quality thing in the world, but it's not, like, terrible. I would say it's definitely better than a Trackmaster 2 truck, that's for sure. Red wheels are nice. I just wish it was a gray color, sort of like this in here. And there's room for them to slap a face on it, but they didn't. But, oh well. That's asking a bit much from Mattel, isn't it? And while we're at it, here's the cargo piece. This is how the whole thing works, is that they've got this like steel metal ball on the bottom, and it sort of works similarly to the old Cars micro drifters. I say similar as if it isn't the exact same way. But that ball on the bottom lets them roll around, and of course it's not going to do super well on the floor. Well, kind of. But generally, that's how this kind of thing goes. Alright, here are the 2 Thomases put together. I just grabbed whichever ones I thought were the most similar. If the camera would stay up for me, that would be fantastic. There we go. I just grabbed the ones that I thought would or look the most alike, or I don't know, I guess the ones that compare the best. So, well, I can't move him off camera. He's too good. Now here is the brand new Thomas with the piece of, with the truck. I think I'll go ahead and remove the rolling stock. Here is how the new Thomas looks. Of course, they have abandoned the nearly 30-40 years worth of compatibility with previous motorized Thomas products by switching to a magnet system, which I guess is great for compatibility with like wooden trains and wooden stuff, man, I cannot speak today, the older die-cast stuff. There we go, I finally got it out. Because the track system generally does fit quite a few ranges. Height-wise and like quality-wise, he doesn't feel too bad. He's got a bit of weight to him. He looks pretty good too. Let's go ahead and disconnect the troublesome truck here. We'll compare those two in a second. Now here he is next to a stock standard, well, I say stock standard as if I haven't done some paint touch-ups here and there and had to swap out a wheel set, but whatever. They're basically the same thing. I picked these two out just because I think they look the most alike. Quality-wise, Of course, the old one is going to knock the new one out of the park. That's obvious. Definitely more weight, definitely heftier. Of course, lengthwise, he's coupler to coupler. You know, he's a fair bit longer. Of course, he freewheels, and you can turn him on and have him run. I don't have batteries in him. The new one can't free roll. I mean, you could force it, but with the way these things are constructed, I wouldn't do that, because even running these things is kind of a pain, really. I've seen some videos and I haven't been super impressed, but I'm hoping I got a half-decent copy like I did with Percy. And by Percy, I mean the expansion set, where most of the Percys that come from that have reversed polarity magnets, so they face away from everyone else. And I'm not going to entirely bash the new one, because this old one is full of stickers for like all of the detail. The back, both sides, the windows up here, 100% sticker. The new one has fully printed on details. The only sticker is this window one up here. The boiler bands are painted. The stock standard Tomy is not, although there are versions that do have the painted top, and of course the white running board, but those were mostly Japan imports. I think the only time we ever got a Thomas with all the details in America was the Timber Guard set, but I could be wrong. Now the face, this isn't entirely accurate to the model Thomas face. It does have a bit of a, I guess, kind of a stylized look to it. Of course, this new, I mean, this is a tooling from like 1992. This is a tooling from a couple months ago. So, I mean, there's been some advances in technology, but I can't speak. This one is 2002 example. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably 2002 Thomas. This is our brand new 2026 one. So, I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages. Like, this can't pull as much, but is a little quicker. I mean, it's got magnet couplers, if that's your kind of thing, if you like that. I mean, this is a lot slower, but it's a little bit more durable. I feel like these last a lot longer. I mean, I know on eBay you find a lot of beat-up Thomases that don't work anymore, but most of the time in my experience buying used Trackmaster stuff, literally all you have to do is slam it on a desk hard enough and it runs like it's brand new. And that's enough rambling about the engines for now, but we'll leave them on camera. Why not? Something nice to look at on top of all of the other ones in my collection back there. Now here is the truck. Of course, the detailing is great. I guess the brake shoe, or, well, not brake shoe, the axle box detail is lovely. I don't know why. There's a third one in the middle there. I don't know if that's supposed to be like the brake rigging or what, but I mean, it's cool to have, I guess. It's fully 3D, like the rivets and everything. It's got a lot of depth to it. And of course, it's not a fully stock standard one. It does have this tipping gimmick, but from the side, you can't really tell. These wheels are super thin. Of course, it's got the magnet couplings. Here is just a random Tomy truck. They've been making these for years. They'll continue to make them for years. It's got the 3D detail too, but it's not nearly as sophisticated as this. Although the back detail, I do think, is a bit better on this one compared to this one. And of course, the glaring omission on the new one is the face. We know Troublesome Trucks are coming back in the 2026 show. I mean, they're literally selling a yellow Troublesome Truck by itself, and Scruffy is on the way. So I don't know why we've reverted back to not putting Troublesome Trucks in sets, when Playrail continues to put... I mean, this is just... it's a paper sticker, and it adds so much. This costs, like, what, 2 cents to make? Playrail's big, like, 80th anniversary set, I mean, came with a special version of Thomas and a Troublesome Truck with a face on it. They didn't cheat. I know this isn't technically an anniversary piece, but I mean, I don't know, I've always thought faceless trucks and sets were kind of weird. Lengthwise, they're very different. This is more in size with Trackmaster 2 trucks that we've been getting since about 2013, 2014. I mean, I don't think they're as battle length as everybody makes it up, but I definitely prefer the longer, more proportional trucks like this. Although I really wish they would have sold some kind of coupling adapter. I'm sure somebody will make a 3D print or has already figured out how to put Tomy couplers on these new guys, but having a brand new motorized Thomas that can't pull the nearly 20 years worth of rolling stock I've got, that's really, really disappointing. They're on top of the track adapter. Like, this, I appreciate this, but you gotta provide something to connect the two. It's just kind of a shame, but oh well. We've got a whole set to look at, and real quick, I'll put up Thomas next to his diecast. Well, I mean, this is just a stock standard one from the Bell Station set, but I mean, exact same face, pretty much all the same detail except the windows. Yep, they are pretty much beat for beat, bar for bar, the exact same thing. Another thing, no painted buffers, really. The 2025 range at least painted the front buffers, but I guess we're back to not having buffers painted again, which is such a shame because it would really, I mean, this is already really nice. All it needs is the black buffers, and that would have made this perfect. I know we kind of brushed over a diecast Thomas, but here he is in comparison to one of the new tender engines. The only one I've got so far is James. Proportionally, I think he might be a bit big. He is, I mean, compared to the old ones, he's not super tall, but he is noticeably taller. I feel like they've shrunk down the tender engines a lot, but they've kept the tank engines a pretty decent size. Really, all these guys need is to be a bit bigger. Don't they look just great together, though? I mean, viewing James by himself, yeah, he's not perfect. Just put another guy in there. No, he ain't too bad. Well, I'm going to come back to this with the set all the way, set up, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, before I even set up the set itself, this little screw, I've never seen this before. This had to have come from one of the new things. Just, it appeared from out of nowhere. I don't know what this goes to, but if the set's already falling apart before I've even put it together, this doesn't bode well. Alright, and we're back with the set fully set up. And I'm sure you're wondering why I have both Thomases cracked open. That is because I'm glad I picked the Tomy Thomas instead of digging out a Trackmaster 2 Thomas, because the battery compartments actually function in a lot of the same way. Of course, the new one has a little bit more overhanging plastic, and the tabs are on the back instead of the sides, like with the old Tomy Thomas. I wonder if anyone could tell me what specific year this one's from. Anyway, we'll put him all together over here. See, that you can do one-handed. And since these two come apart the same way, you get probably the easiest paint the running board white modification that Mattel has ever given us. I don't know if I like how the battery is stuffed kind of in there. I feel like if someone leaves a battery in this and it corrodes, it's gonna like weld itself to the spring back there. There's a lot of plastic flashing, like there's some on the arch of that battery terminal there. There's quite a bit of plastic flashing. I know that can't really be helped, but I mean, it's super obvious. But I guess if it's being covered under the funny talking blue train shell, it's not too bad. And of course, tab it in like that, you slide it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one-handed, but it's just the screw in the front there. I have to like put him against my foot. And I guess while I do that, I can go ahead and show you Cranky, who I forgot to get out of the box earlier. And for a split second, I was like, is my set missing a piece? No, but Cranky is missing something. His name on the side. I get that translating a name into like a bunch of different languages is really, really annoying, probably. But I mean, it has the indent for his name to go there. This hasn't been an issue on any Cranky beforehand. They also didn't paint the window. This bit back here and that in there should be painted gray. Same for this side. Like, it's a pretty decent Cranky, all things considered. It's super limited. He only goes right and left. That's because he's part of the set. Of course, he's got all of these screw holes exposed. I'm fumbling every word I say. I am so sorry. It's got all these exposed screw holes. So, I mean, as long as you're looking at him like this, he isn't too bad. Here's the... I wish this was a different color, too, or at least had this be cast in gray and then paint this a different color, because he's one solid color and it looks pretty cheap. And another thing, why is the whole part of him spinning? Only this top part here should be the one that spins around, but I guess that's just how they designed it. There you go, I guess. So he's a bit of an awkward Cranky. And of course, before I forget, here is his face, which is actually a wonderful Cranky face. This fits the character extremely well, and I do like the detail that he's actually looking down at the engines below him. I mean, it makes sense. Now, Thomas here sounds great, like just out of the box. He sounds wonderful, super smooth. I'm wondering if this isn't like a second run where they've put more of the lubricant in the motor down there. I'll have to crack him open and check him out later. But my James from day one has always had this really awful, like, clickety-clack sound. Or, like, you can hear the gears grinding in him, but with this Thomas, none of that. Like, he's super smooth, he's super quiet, you can barely even tell he's on. And we'll do the old Tomy one, just as a comparison of sound. Not like the super healthiest Tomy Thomas I've got. He's just the one that looks the most alike. We'll go ahead and put him on that. Now, here is the cargo load. I'm going to explain how the gimmick works. I haven't actually run the set, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. But you stop Thomas up there, he unloads in here, and there's a big, like, chute where the cargo will slide through, and it'll pop out these doors here. If I can spin the thing fast enough with my fingers to get that to open. Oh, it's not going to. All right, so we'll have Thomas demonstrate it for us. I mean, it's not a super huge layout. This, oh, excuse me, should fit on my table just fine. Here is the market fully stickered up. I do quite like the sticker experience. Actually wasn't half bad with this. It was almost kind of fun in a weird way. I'm sure no one's ever said that before. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it, but it does have a singular parking spot right there. And of course, I'm sure you can run probably another engine or road vehicles through the tunnel there. But here is the inaugural run. Well, okay, before that, kind of bummed they didn't include a third switch where you can have this jut out, but whatever. So I have Thomas set to go. He's got a load here, and let's watch him go. He's pretty quick, and there's that lovely sign there. Yeah, these things really do not like hills. Alright, I'll make sure to set that to stop. He's going to come around. Okay, we're going to try that again. I don't know why he didn't stop there. I mean, it's fully pushed. Let's see if we can do it again, maybe. No, it acts like he stops for a split second, but he doesn't. Wow, that's really disappointing, because this thing was like $50 on Amazon. It's nice to know that the truck gimmick works, at least. You're seeing this, like, it's... I'll have him... Okay, he'll do one more loop around, but I'll set the points after he goes through. Yeah, these points also don't really like carpet. He just skips it completely. I can't show you how the gimmick works because the base doesn't trigger. Uh-oh. It's nice to know he's got enough strength to push a Tommy Thomas anyway. Look at this. He completely skips the gimmick. I can't. Maybe it's just Thomas. Maybe it's just Thomas. You know what? It might just be him. All right. We'll give James a shot. Reset everything. Like, I can't get that cargo piece out now because these are spring loaded, I think, so they just pop right back into place. Yeah, I can force it open. So, I mean, I can at least show you that this part of the set works. Okay, we'll reset it completely. Alright, cargo load. See if James can do it. I mean, the engine's great, the set looks great. I mean, it's a lovely little layout. Alright, let's try James. I'm gonna set that. He's definitely a lot slower than Thomas is. 2026 merch is its finest, everybody. Can barely go up a hill. See, this part of the set works. It doesn't even stop James. It didn't even stop him. Thomas at least got caught for a split second. Are you kidding me? He got stopped for a split second that time. The set only goes one way. I mean... Hey, let me stop James real quick. Let me see... Nope. Flip him around. I cannot show you the gimmick. I cannot show you this set functioning. Take James off the track here. I can't show you how this gimmick works. Oh, now it'll work. In the, like, what was that, like 10 times I showed this set going? I got it to work one time, really? And that totally could have been a fluke. Here, let's see if it'll do it again. Nope. In the 10 or so, give or take, times, I've had this part of the set to stop. Thomas has been triggered once, activated this part, the first half of the gimmick. Oh, I'm stopping that. So in the give or take 10 times I've had this set go around, Thomas got stopped once, activated half of the gimmick, bailed on his own, and then he goes around, flunks it again, comes around, gets this part of the gimmick to work, gets Cranky to work, but then he does this awful grinding sound, and for some reason that trips. I'm at a loss for words. Like, I got it to work once, technically twice. And now I can't get him to replicate it. Brand new flagship $50 set, everybody. And it doesn't work. I can't show you the Cranky gimmick. Lovely piece. Everything looks right. Oh, here it goes. Nope. Now, I don't know if it's got some way of detecting that it's got... So we're going to fully do the loop again. This is set to stop. Straight out of the box. That cargo piece is there. Skips it. Skips it. Why? Why does this not work? Why is this your flagship big, expensive, grand set, and I have gotten the gimmick to work 1.5 times. You get that off. Wow, I got it to work once. I got the set to work fully one time. One time. It's a nice automatic set. Here, I'm going to set it to stop again. You know, I was going to do like a whole thing. I was going to run a bunch of trains, have a little running session. But I can't show you that gimmick because the gimmick does not work. It doesn't work. This is the big expensive set they want you to blow $55 on. That's how much I paid for this set on Amazon before the shipping and handling. And I can't show you the gimmick working other than the one time in like the 20 or so times Thomas has made a full loop around this set. I've only been able to show you this gimmick in full one time. This is the $50 flagship big, this is the big one set you gotta buy. I've had so much fun with all 3 of the other sets, even the track expansion set that came with a Percy that's known for having faults with that toy where the magnets are reversed. So instead of everyone going the same way, it's the I don't know what to say. I got lucky with that one set. I can't get lucky. That thing cost me $12. I got that on discount from Amazon with some weird coupon that didn't even tell me what it was. I got that set for $12. I spent $55 on this, and I have been able to show you the gimmick working one time. You get an awesome looking Thomas. You get a fun piece of rolling stock. You get all this track. This lovely detailed marketplace, this pretty awesome docks siding, this tunnel that you can run cars through. It's got car parking spot. That parking spot's compatible with a bunch of other die-cast toy car brands. And yet the main function of this set, I've only been able to show you work one time, a singular time. Don't waste your money on this. If you find it at deep clearance at like Walmart or Meijer or whatever, wherever this stuff is going to get sold at, probably won't be long before it's all in the discount bin, because I can see this getting returned. I've seen more issues with the Thomas not being able to make it up the hill. I've seen this Cranky problem once, and that was right here. I've heard problems with the Cranky. I didn't dig further into that. I wanted to be excited for this. I'm glad I put this off. I was going to come home from work yesterday and do this immediately first thing. I got tired. I did this whole Tomius display just to have a cool backdrop for this video. I wasted my time. My effort, and my money on this set. And it's not exclusively a Thomas thing. Where's James's cold load? It doesn't even work with James. He skips it completely. He just rolls right over it. And this James is technically faulty because it's got this weird clunk in the motor. Like, listen to that. So I know there's no lubrication on it when it should sound like that. These guys can barely make it up hills. Don't waste your money on this. I didn't want to do an angry review. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be excited for this. This was part of my work bonus. After I paid all my bills, this is what I was able to get with my work bonus. This and a few Transformers things. This was it. I was so excited for this. Here, I'll do a run with the Tommy Thomas, just to show you. Oh, I think this Tommy Thomas is actually quicker. Okay, well, he can't do it. He's too long. I'm not gonna hold this Thomas to that. It's not. This is a track system that was never designed with this in mind. Look at this guy. And of course, I mean, he isn't gonna work with this. It's a big deal, but still. If you want to collect the engines from this range, like the motorized guys, the die-cast guys, this is a plastic one, but whatever. If you want to do that, you're better off buying this, maybe modding this coupler, doing some modifications to it to be compatible with the older stuff or the import Japanese stuff. But if you want my 2 cents about this this junk, do yourself a favor, hop on eBay, actually, or shop around. I would say shop around. Don't hop on eBay. They overprice things a lot there. You just find yourself some of the older Thomas stuff, or I know there's like weird importing laws that are about to hit Japan, or like importing from other countries and stuff, and I know that includes toys. Do yourself a favor, just figure out a way around that. Just import the play rail stuff from Japan that looks super awesome. It looks really nice. Never had a single problem with anything here. Not a single problem. This is like 20 years worth. Some of this is even Mattel stuff. Everything here pretty much works, no problem. Even some fake ones, like my Airy, Bert, Splatter, and Dodge there, those are knockoff ones. Those work just fine. Those work better than this. Not a single issue with any of this. Yet the first flagship set from this new range, and I can't even get the gimmick to work right. You know, I haven't sworn on this channel in a long time, but this set almost made me say a swear. That sounds so stupid. I know, but look at this. Wow. Wow. And then it makes this awful noise. I was able to show you this gimmick function twice now. Incredible work, Mattel. Incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry this one's super negative, but I don't know. I would get it if it's on discount and you just want the track and the cool destination. But if you're buying this to like actually use it, to actually mess with the gimmick, don't even bother. Save your money, buy the old stuff, buy the import stuff from Japan. I wouldn't even bother with it. Hopefully the next video is a little more positive. I'm sorry this one was kind of a letdown. I was really excited for this. I waited a few days for this to arrive after I'd ordered it. I was really excited, and I've been let down big time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope if you buy this set, you have better luck with it than I will. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Thanks for watching. Stick around. Hopefully there'll be more fun, lively, upbeat videos soon. I'm really let down. Sorry guys. I hope you enjoyed the video though.